Welcome, guys. Welcome to Echoes from the Pod. My name is Louis. This is John. We would like to first thank our partners, Dubby, who have gifted us this tropical push and punch fruit whatever drink. It is energy, contains coffee fruit extract, Jitterless energy blend.
It's an energy drink, guys.
It's an energy drink. It's pretty good. Tastes good. We like it. Gives us pretty good energy. Gives us the energy to record this podcast for y'all. We are Echoes from the Pod. There are 4 original members. Right now we are just 2. The other 4 are off doing their own things.
The other 2 are off doing things that they have to handle.
Adult stuff. My name is Louis.
This is John.
We work for a prison system. All 4 of us have or are currently working for the prison system. I've been in for about 11 years. John?
I'm working on 10.
Yes. We've had some experience in the prison system that has affected us mentally, physically, financially, in both good and bad. We are going to be talking about all those experiences throughout this podcast, the many episodes that we are going to be doing. My main thing is to bring mental health awareness to the world, especially with prison experiences that affect us. John?
I'm here for comical relief and to share my experiences, whether it be with the prison or the other hobbies that we have that we will talk about later on in this episode.
We do enjoy calling ourselves Certified Big Backs, so please, if you want to refer to us as Certified Big Backs in the comments, we would appreciate that.
Certified.
Certified Big Backs. I have many hobbies. John, do you have lots of hobbies? I have many hobbies.
I have quite a bit. Some very expensive.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
I love to play video games. I love to play board games. I love Magic the Gathering. Recently getting into what is known as Union Arena, which is another TCG, which is trading card game focused mainly around anime. I've been playing video games since I was young, probably since this Nintendo came out. I think my first game I actually ever played was Mario 2. Super Mario 2 was one of the very first games I ever played.
Just so you know, he's showing his age right now.
I'm a little on the older side. I am 39 years old in a few days.
I will be 30 in February of next year.
So again, I've been in the prison system, for about 11 years. My first year going into the academy, I was nervous. I did not know what to expect. Let me rephrase. I didn't know what to expect, kind of. They would hound on us. Don't be afraid, because the inmates will see that and they'll take advantage of you and stuff like that. But I couldn't help myself but be a little scared going into this prison system, knowing that I'm going to be around murderers and rapists and killers and stuff like that. John?
My first year, so going into the academy, I didn't know what to expect. It was just kind of hey, my buddy's doing it, so I'm going to do it. I was freshly laid off from the oil field. I was kind of sitting at home. I didn't really have nothing else to do. And my buddy called me up and he was like, hey man, I'm going to apply for the prison. And I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go with you. That way you're not by yourself. And I just did. And then I put the application in and went to my first day of the academy.
I had a similar experience. I was working at Sam's Club. I had a buddy of mine who still works there to this day.
At Sam's?
No, at the prison. Oh. He went from Sam's Club to the prison. He called me up and he said, hey man, this is a great job. Easy job, great benefits. You should come and apply. I said, you know what? I will. I wasn't going anywhere with Sam's, and I just figured, hey, why not? So I applied and got hired. And when I went through the academy, my only options were 2 maximum security prisons. In our state, we have a plethora of minimum, low security, maximum security, death row prisons. But I was only given the option of 2 of the maximum security prisons.
When I went, I just kind of filled out the paper, and they were like, hey, these are the units we have. And I was like, I don't really care. I'm just going to work. I'm going to be here for a year, and then I'm going to leave. You know what I mean? Like, I just need the money. I was laid off, kind of unemployment. Didn't want to do it anymore. So I was like, hey, I'm just going to go to work for a year, jump back to the oil field. 10 years later,
here we are.
Still here.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was gonna be a career man or not. I went in. The money was better. It was a lot better than what I was getting paid at Sam's. It wasn't great, but it was a lot better than what I was getting. I did not expect to be there 11 years later. Of course, I have experienced many different positions in the prison system. I've worked all different buildings, all different custody levels. I work now with the dogs, narcotics and stuff like that, narcotic canines, which I love. I love what I do. I don't always love where I work, but that's a whole nother story for a little bit later. My first day, I remember my first day walking into prison after the academy, after we graduated. I walked into the very first building where you get pat search. They check all your stuff to make sure you're not bringing in contraband. And I can hear on the radio that an inmate, I will not name his name, had taken a radio from an officer, slapped the officer, and then called what we call it ICS, which is a Incident Command System, on the radio saying, "Hey, I got your radio. Y'all come and get it." Now, this inmate was notorious for being assaultive against officers, assaultive against other inmates. He's used weapons. He's used his hands. He's breaking out of handcuffs. He's escaped his cell multiple times.
And the craziest thing, he's only like this big.
Yeah.
I know my pinky looks fat, guys, because I'm a big back, but he's thin. And
so going in there and hearing that for the first time, you know, at the ripe old age of 28, I was flabbergasted. I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do, what to say. So I went in there. We got grouped up together. It was 50 of us. We got grouped up together, but then we split in half. So 25 went to one side, 25 went to another. We got set up with a sergeant who gave us some advice, gave us pointers, showed us the ropes. And then from there, we went on our own. And, well, shit, 11 years later, here I am.
And my first day was completely different. I did not end up in a maximum security prison. I ended up in a transfer, an intake facility. Basically, the intake facility is when an inmate or when someone is, what's the word I'm looking for? When someone is sentenced, I guess you could say, to how many ever years in prison, they go from county to state prison. And
I don't mean to interrupt. Just so y'all know the difference between jail and prison. When you go to jail, it's for a limited time and it's for something minor. But once you get convicted for something bigger is when you go to prison.
It's more so county. Jail is innocent still. You haven't gone fully through your court process. You haven't been found guilty. You know what I mean? When you are found guilty and sent to actual prison, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's where it starts. So the intake facility that I worked at, we received inmates from different counties around us because we were the central hub for intake. And my first day, so inmates were going to rec, which is they go outside and they play basketball, you know, on the rec yard, the recreation yard.
And something he knows nothing about.
The rule, yeah, certified. The rule is you pat search out, you strip search in to ensure that they're not bringing any kind of contraband from either the fence, the benches that are out there made of wood, making any kind of weapons or anything like that, bringing them back in to their assigned housing area.
Now, I realize that sounds crazy. Like, how are they going to get weapons? But trust me, they find ways to make anything into a weapon.
Very sneaky. It's really interesting. So the building that I worked is separated into 4 different pods. And in the 4 different pods, there's 54 inmates. We ran rec for a very long time that day. And I got to strip search 200, 4, 8, 12, 16, 216 inmates.
It's a lot of wiener
in a
that he got to see.
Male penitentiary.
It's a lot of wiener. He loved it, by the way.
I got to see a lot of
wiener.
Male genitalia, if I should say. And it's real crazy, right? So after that, I went home for dinner, you know what I mean? And I was with my wife, and who wasn't my wife at the time. you know, my in-laws, and my in-laws both have worked for the state, you know, 20 plus years. You know, they asked me, hey, Miko, how was your day at work? And I, you know, without skipping a beat, said, I learned not all black guys got, you know what I'm saying, there's some. And without skipping a beat, my father-in-law was like, yep.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. That was my first day. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, man, this is what I'm cut out for. I don't think I'm going to do this. 10 years later, I'm still here. And believe me, I'm not stripping out 214 people.
It's 300
anymore.
people now.
It's
After my first year, I understood what the prison system was. I understood not everybody is out to get you. Not everybody is out to hurt you. But you still need to be vigilant. You still need to watch your back. You still need to watch your partner's back. Because going in there, you're a family. Going in there, you have to take care of each other because anything and everything can happen.
100%.
I had one year, I don't remember what year it was, a female officer got pulled into a cell because she was doing in and out, which you let the inmates into the cell and out of the cell, during count time, which is a big no-no. When you're counting, you're basically counting the pod. The unit I'm at, each pod is separated by 3 sections, and each section has 48 inmates in it. And so you go section by section, you count the pods, you count the inmates. Well, she was doing an in and out. She was letting an inmate out of his cell while she was counting, and what happened was he grabbed her and pulled her into the cell, closed the door, grabbed her gas, because we all carry on person, a COP, which is a
Pepper spray.
Pepper spray.
Sneeze just thinking about it.
Yeah. So he pulled that, he got her, and then he got her radio and said, hey, I have this officer, I'm holding her hostage. Well, this big old thing happened. A bunch of us went down there. We ended up getting her back. The offender did not assault her in any way. He didn't use the gas. He gave it up. What he was doing is he wanted someone to help him with his problems. He was having mental health issues. No one was really helping him out, so he needed help. That was something that I had never experienced before. And seeing that and going through that was what's the word I'm looking for? Life-changing. It really shocking. It really made me open my eyes and see that
culture shock.
Anything could happen. And so that first year really opened my eyes, and it set tone for the next 11 years. Or next 10 years.
I remember my first year. We had an officer, man. He's good people. I'm still friends with this dude to this day. Still works for the state. He was working with our G4s, which is a higher custody of more inmates that are prone to either violence or prone to just being real shitheads. And there was a staff assault. He was assaulted real bad. I remember seeing him walking down the bowling alley with blood just dripping from his face and the blood on the concrete, and we did what we had to do. You know what I mean? We got the inmate, we contained him, we did what we had to do, put him up, put him in restricted housing. It was a culture shock, man, to see somebody that I knew get beat down like that and just watch him walk out, you know, just blood dripping out. And it was crazy. I was 20 years old when I went into the state. I mean, I'm 29, I'm going on 10 years. You know, it was different. It was a very big difference, a very big culture shock, like he said. You just experience very different things. The prison life is a very different world. It's a different atmosphere. It's a different... It's different all the way around. It's a completely different culture. It's a different atmosphere. It's a different way of life. It's a different environment. It's a different way to think, whether it be from the security side or whether it be from the inmate side. There's just so many different variables and different options and different things that could happen. You know, staff assault, hostage situations, inmate on inmate, aggression, whether it be a 1-on-1, 2-on-1, 3-on-1, 4-on-1, 5-on-1, group disturbances, multiple riots, you know, multiple inmates going against each other, race riots going against each other.
I've
You
had
know?
multiple different instances of race riots. I was on the close custody building one time, working with the G4s and G5s. I went to one of the pods where they had a bunch of G4s out because there was, I believe, finals, NBA finals were going on, and we had one Mexican offender who was on the phone. He was high. He was on the phone, talking extremely loud, and we had other offenders who were black, who were watching the basketball game. And one of the guys said, "Hey, we can't hear. Can you stop talking so loud?" And the inmate ignored him. And so they said, "Hey, we're talking to you. Can you stop talking so loud so we can hear?" He puts his phone down, goes to the TV, unplugs it, and says, "Now you have nothing to listen to." Goes back on his phone. Well, one of the black inmates went and just clocked him in the back of the head. And
It's a big no-no.
big no-no. And all the Mexicans started fighting all the blacks on that pod. And I remember my sergeant at the time running down there because I was on the pod. I was on the pod physically when it happened. My sergeant had to go and grab me by the back of my vest and pull me out of that section because they were all fighting around me. And it was a very scary experience. Another...
Oh yeah, man. I mean, it happens, and it happens more times than not. You would think it's the craziest thing when you walk in to go do your in and outs or to get ready for chow. Let them know, and it's dead quiet. Where it's so quiet, nobody's saying anything. You can feel the tension in the room. You can hear a pin drop. One of the big terms we use is inmates that are laced up. So 9 times out of 10, when an inmate gets ready to go fight, they go put on boots. Or they go put on shoes and they tie them. You never ever really see shoes tied or boots tied in the penitentiary. They're just kind of slipped on. I mean, they're pre-tied, kind of like how we do out here in the world. You know, you pre-tie them. Old school Chuck Taylors.
Easy to slip on and off.
Taylor Gang. You know, y'all out there who remember that Taylor Gang Converse, the knots on the side. I know I was one of them. Kind of the same.
I was a
thing.
Vans guy myself.
Nah, it's crazy. Kind of the same thing. So that's what we call it. We call it laced up. You walk in and you see all these inmates with their boots on, their shoes tied. It's real quiet. You could feel the tension in the air. It's different. It's a whole different atmosphere. You know something's about to happen.
And you try not to, but you end up bringing that stuff home with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like your mental health gets affected by everything you see, right? Positive ways, negative ways. The prison system has shown that there are a lot more negative effects on your mental health than there are positive. I end up finding myself leaving work with the experiences in my head, angry or sad, and I get home and I'm angry and sad at home, and it's hard for me to separate the two.
It's hard to check out.
Exactly.
A lot of
It's
people
very
say
hard.
leave it at the gate, man. When that gate closes, you're done. That's not how that works.
Yeah, because in your mind you're still thinking about this just happened. I just saw this. I saw a guy who tried to cut his own wiener off with the razor blade. How do I forget that? How do I leave that in the prison system when I go home and it's just like that's just in my head?
That or the time I saw a real mental health inmate, stabbing himself in the eyeball with a pin.
Yeah, it's stuff like that you can't forget it.
If my boots could talk, Jesus, they tell you the things that I've seen and walked through. I've walked through piss. I've walked through shit. I've walked through blood. I've walked through throw up. I've walked through all that mixed together. I mean, I've walked in some very, very nasty things, and a little bit on the mental health side. I've been doing this going on 10 years. I've been a supervisor 3 times. I was a sergeant for 3.5 years. I was a lieutenant for 10 months, and then I was a lieutenant again for 3 months. And that time as a sergeant was during COVID. It was during I don't want to say one of the worst times in prison, but it was a lot, especially at the unit I was at. We had a lot of staff assaults. We had a lot of just inmate aggression. Believe it or not, the heat has a lot to do with it, with being so damn hot outside. It's just one of those where, like, there's been times where I was asleep And unfortunately for my wife, there's videos that she has of me sitting up at the bed, running a whole day, talking it out of what I was doing, where I was going, what was going on, and just talking it out. Sitting up at the edge of the bed, swaying. The nightmares, the night terrors, the panicking, the not necessarily panicking, but the like twitches at night from her touching me or rolling over, you know what I mean, and grabbing me in my sleep to hold me, whatever the case may be. Because I ain't gonna lie, I like to be the little spoon sometimes. Judge me.
He's not so little.
I don't care. But you know what I mean? Like
it's like a teaspoon right behind the tablespoon, or like a serving spoon. It's kind of like that.
That's really what it's like. I ain't gonna lie, but it's okay. It's 2025. We can embrace the fact that men like to be the big spoon or the little spoon at times. It's cool. So, but yeah, I mean, there's been multiple times where my wife has caught me, zoning out or staring off into the distance, or things where we have been in public and someone drops something or somebody yells real loud or there's something going on somewhere else, and I immediately I look, I see what's going on, because loud noises and stuff, make me want to look. I want to know what's going on, as in the paranoia, I guess, of what's going on at work. You're in a pod and somebody starts yelling real loud, you're gonna look to see what's going on in the event that something's going on that you need to get additional staff for. You need to utilize, whether it be your pepper spray or whatever you have at the moment to do.
Yeah, I've noticed that walking into buildings, I look around a lot.
Find all the exits.
I'm trying to find out. I'm reading the room. I'm reading everybody. I was always a people watcher. Growing up, I'm a military brat, army brat. Growing up, I was always observant of other people. But working in the prison is really now, it's made me more observant of my surroundings rather than just other people. And I play what we call the what if game. What if this happens? What if this happens? What am I going to do? What's my first action? What's my first reaction? Who am I going to call? Who am I going to, where are the exits at? Where's the closest one to me? Stuff like that. And if I'm out with my girlfriend or if I'm out with my son, the same thing. What am I going to do? How am I going to protect my family while I'm out?
What's mine?
Yeah. So learning those tricks and trades that we've learned over the years, it really helps in the outside world as well as in the prison system. Now, the prison, they did teach us self-defense, little punches here, blocks and stuff like that.
Get back.
But knowing that, it still helps to have something to fall back on while you're in a fight with not only just an inmate, but in the free world. If you don't know how to fight, I didn't know how to fight. I knew how to a little bit, right? Because I have military experience myself. Being in the Navy for 8 years, I've learned how to do certain things. But the prison also gives you something where you can fall back on in case that mind goes blank. Oh, I don't know how to do this move or whatever. He's coming at me. What do I do? Your body kind of moves on its own, which is something that I really appreciate.
And everything
learning.
They taught us, we're not meant to be the aggressor. We're not trying to be the aggressor. Hey, man, you're mad. That's cool. Be mad. Get away from me.
Yeah.
Back up. Get back. Go over there.
It's all about spacing yourself to the person that's in front of you, so you're
reactionary gap.
You're not in striking distance.
Yeah. Reactionary gap, 6 feet.
Yeah.
Little things like that.
What's helped also is having someone to talk to.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You have your wife, my girlfriend at the time, she was helping me talk things out.
You said my girlfriend at the time.
Yeah. No, in the beginning I wasn't with my girlfriend now. In the beginning I was with somebody else.
I'm trying to save you from getting beat up.
No, I'm just saying. I would make phone calls and I'd be able to talk to somebody and it helped me out. My girlfriend now.
Because I assume you're going to edit that.
Oh, I might not. I might leave that one in.
Not that part right there.
Yeah, not this part.
His girlfriend now.
My girlfriend now, she is definitely there to help me vent if I need to help me talk things out and get things off my chest. Because that's one main thing about your mental health is you need to be able to express what's going on in your mind, what's going on in your head, to be able to get it out. Because if you keep it bottled in, it's just going to eat you away. The longer you keep it in, the more it eats you.
And sometimes with that, it's hard. It's hard to talk to your significant other. it's hard to talk to a friend. It's hard to talk to a loved one who doesn't understand the experiences that we deal with and that we go through every day on a daily basis. Now, I'm not saying every day in the penitentiary is hard or every day in the penitentiary is rough. You know what I mean? Some days you have your good days where everything goes according to plan. You're good. You're in. You're out. Go home. Hey, I'm done. Deuces. But it's not always like that.
Yeah. It also helps when you have people who work with you. You can talk to them about it because they have the
share
same
stories.
same experiences that you're having,
Yeah, absolutely.
and then you can just like talk it out and be like, "Oh man, this happened to me, and this happened to me, and blah blah blah."
Yeah,
blah.
man, how was your day? What'd you do today? You know what I mean? And it's cool. So like, I'm on shift. I work, my days on, and I work majority around inmates in the pods in the buildings. Doing what I do. And like he said, he works with the dogs. He's a kennel. So he's a different card. He works more days than me sometimes, depending on the overtime. You know how it is. But we see each other. He does something completely different than I do. Like I said, he's in and out. He's on every building.
Yeah.
And as opposed to being assigned to just one building or one pod or one desk. You know what I mean? Not really moving. So it's different. But
it's less stressful
yeah,
for me. And
And he gets to be with dogs out
yeah,
there.
the dog is a good stress reliever because you just sit there play with the dog, and I mean the dog helps anybody. Everybody loves dogs for the most part.
And if you don't like dogs, you're
Boo on you.
yeah, for real, shame on you.
Another good way for de-stressing for me and for my coworker here, we play a lot of Magic the Gathering. If you don't know,
that don't know, I'm a nerd.
we are both nerds. We are big back nerds.
It's
Certified.
I'm a closet nerd though. Not everybody knows. Only the kind of people that I like.
He's
hang out
only
with.
come out of the closet for his homosexuality. That's
and
it.
that's only on the weekends.
Every day that
Friday
ends with
and
Y.
Saturday, because Sunday's the Lord's Day. You gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. But yeah, I started playing Magic with the first group of friends who really didn't kind of teach us much. You know what I mean? They like explained the basic rules. They were still learning themselves. We had one buddy who was very adverse in Magic the Gathering, and oh my God, did he whoop our ass. No, he did not take it easy. No, he did not care. He whooped us all the time. It was crazy. And then the other group of friends, they didn't really like want to teach us. It was kind of like figured out on your own deal. So we learned slowly. We played a little bit, but it just
Which
kinda,
I can't. I don't understand that. That's kind of rude.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean,
bro, if you want
it
someone
is-
to play with you,
it is
fucking
what it
teach
is.
them. Like, come on.
Yeah.
See,
But- oh, excuse me.
no, I'm sorry.
apologize.
No, my bad. No, my bad.
Stop me right to my story, bro.
My bad, bro.
Thank you. So,
Speak faster.
I apologize. I'm fat. You know what I'm saying? I move slow.
So you speak slow?
Yeah, slow. So, I stopped playing for a long time. You know what I mean? And then I switched to a different unit forcefully. We'll talk about that later, maybe. And, I met a new group of guys. You know what I mean? That's where I met Louis over here.
Hi, I'm Louis.
And, I found out he was a nerd. A real
Big nerd. Big time.
nerd, and not just big as in because he likes a lot of stuff. Big because again he's a certified big back, And
Hashtag big back.
he said, "Hey man, I play Magic." I was like, "Oh bro, I used to." You know what I'm saying? I got some decks, I got some things. Hey man, come roll through, meet some other people. Let's play. Cool, bro. Let's do this. So I did. I went through and met him. I met two of the other members that are part of this podcast. And we started playing Magic, and it was a whole different experience because he actually took the time to teach us along with the other members of the group. They like, hey man, this is what this does, this is how this does, because when you buy a Magic the Gathering commander deck, it's a pre-con, a deck pre-built, so you just kind of go with what you got. Right, and at the time, that's all I had. All I had were like 4 precons. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how this worked. And I didn't know the upgrading process, and you need 30 different dice and all this. But we learned. You know what I mean? And they took the time to teach us, and that became one of our weekly, like, I don't want to say ritual, but ritual. You know what I mean? Like, we hung out and we played, and we enjoyed it, and we played for hours.
Hours. I mean, it would take fucking 4 or 5 hours for one match.
And that was real crazy because And really, that was just because it was a bunch of us. You know, we played Commander. Commander is really usually in a pod of 4, but we would play with 6, 7 in one pod. So
Yeah, that's usually when it would last for.
It would take time, and then a lot of the times we were talking. You know what I mean? Like just bullshitting and talking shit to each other and explaining about our weeks and stuff, and decompressing. You know, spending time with normal people. You know, and
Yeah, I started playing, like, my girlfriend had asked if we wanted to play years ago, and I had told her no. I didn't want to learn because it was too complicated.
it is.
You know,
still to this day.
back in the 90s when it first came out, I was like, kind of wanting to get into it, but I had no one to play with, so I bought a deck.
90s, guys. I was born in '96.
Dang it, I was born in 1986, okay? I grew up in the
Crazy.
90s.
He's old.
I wish that I had bought some packs back then, but I didn't.
You know how much that
Man, that black, oh my god, that Black Lotus.
Black Lotus?
So I bought a deck. My brother and I played for a little bit, but it was too complicated. At the time, it was super complicated. So we stopped playing. We stuck to Pokemon, right?
That's how
Years
old
later,
Pokemon is, too.
years later, my girlfriend was like, "Hey, do you want to learn to play with me?" And I told her, "No, I don't want to because it's complicated." But then our friend Zach was like, "Hey, I have Magic cards. I want to learn to play. Do you want to learn to play?" And I said, "Okay." And
That's crazy. He said no to
my
his
girlfriend gets mad
but yes
every
to his
time.
friend.
Every time,
He was talking about my homosexuality.
right?
Talking about
Yeah,
this guy.
she gets mad at me every time for that. But I digress. We played Magic. We learned. I got like, we started playing 60 card Commander. I mean, not 60 card standard, and I had fun. I enjoyed it.
So those of you that don't know, Magic has many different
Formats.
to play. You have Commander, you have Standard, you have Modern. Help me out here, buddy.
Pauper, Pioneer.
I've never even heard of Pauper.
Pauper's like it's no card is over $1 or some shit like that.
That is crazy.
So then after we played the 60 card format for a little while, we were like, hey, let's play Commander. Let's learn Commander. And we didn't have anybody to teach us. We learned on our own. So I watched a lot of videos. I want to shout out the Command Zone. They were the first ones that I learned from. I want to shout out all these Commander shows that I've been watching over the years.
Commander at Home.
Commander at Home. Some other ones.
Really, I'm a Command Zone, Commander at Home, Post Malone. Post Malone plays, and that's interesting.
Well,
man.
Post Malone, if you ever see this, we want to play with you. So
I'm
we learned,
but I'm okay with that.
we learned on our own. I actually got really into it. Like I started watching videos. I was taking notes. I was learning rules. At one point, I wanted to be a judge. I just never went through it. I remember my first Commander deck was the I don't know how to say it.
Aisi?
Aisi,
I don't know.
Tyrant of the Gyre Strait. It was a blue-green landfall deck, and man, I loved playing that deck. After, I think I want to say I bought maybe like 3 or 4 pre-cons after that, and I just started building my own decks. I would get a commander that I liked, and I would build around it, and then I started buying packs. And my first set that we bought booster boxes for was Strixhaven, which was a magical school set, and it was like around like magic teaching and stuff.
And see, me, it was kind of different. I didn't I like Magic, but I'm not hardcore diving into it like these guys do.
Oh no, I dove
You know what I
head
mean?
first.
And that's why I
right
say
in.
I'm a nerd, but I'm a closet nerd because I'm not fully. I don't want to say committed, but at the same time committed. Like I love Magic, I love to play Magic, but I still ask these dudes, hey man, what is this card? Help me with this, help me with that. And we've been playing for 5 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now don't get me wrong, I've learned a lot. You know what I mean? And I've built my own decks and learn different combos and different, hey, this goes good with this goes good with this goes good with that. I found my color that I like to play. I'm a big black player. I like black. I like, mono black.
Many years in the prison system.
That's what it did to me.
He loves black.
That's what it did to me. I'm sorry. It's all good though.
I like red and blue. I like slinging spells.
My first commander though, man. What was my first? I don't know. See, that's the thing. It was a pre-con. Now, my very first commander that I ever built, was a mono black Gisa the Hellslinger. Commander, and that came out of the Outlaws of Thunder Junction. That was the first set that I actually dove really hard into, because that's when we started playing again, and I found the love for Magic that I didn't have before, because it wasn't really fun at the time until I started playing with this new play group who actually took the time to show us, and I loved it. I jumped real hard into Outlaws of Thunder Junction. I don't want to say real hard, but at the same time,
I remember my favorite, one of my first ones that I built was Tovolar, Dire Overlord, when the werewolf came out, because Tovolar was the very first werewolf commander that it came out during the Midnight Hunt and the Innistrad set.
For those of you who don't know, Magic is really
Crimson Vow.
It's a lot of fantasy.
Yeah.
I mean, vampires, werewolves, tree folk, goblins, dragons, mermaids. You know what I mean? It's
fairies.
Yeah, fairies. It's all over the place. So there's a lot of different things you can do. A lot of different things. Oh man, you just like fairies? Cool. You can build an entire fairy deck. My wife, we have a unicorn deck. It's Lathril. It is a green and white, and it's a life gain deck. The more life you gain, the more +1/+1 counters you put on your creatures, the buffer they get. So they can turn into white tree stumps like me, certified big back.
And that's what Tovolar was all about. Tovolar was all about slinging big creatures and drawing a bunch of cards.
Slinging big creatures.
Those big creatures. And my girlfriend, she's big into vampires. So her was black and white vampires, mono black commanders. So we...
Hold on, real quick. Side note on the vampires thing. John Carpenter's Vampire from 98, maybe 99. We'll look it up real quick. Fact check. Was one of my very first vampire movies that I actually watched with my mom. It was great. I loved it. Just want to throw that out there, John Carpenter. If you're ever watching this, that movie did come out in 1998. Damn, I'm good. John Carpenter Vampires, man. It was just a good one. John Carpenter, you're my favorite horror guy. Just throwing that out there. If you ever see this, I appreciate everything you do. I'm sorry, what were we saying? Vampires, blue and black. Yes.
It's white and black.
I apologize, white and black.
And then she got real big into zombies too. But I think that my favorite set though that has come out so far was probably Bloomburrow.
The little creatures.
The little creatures.
He likes little creatures.
I love those little creatures, man. Yeah, I guess because I work with dogs. I don't know.
Maybe. And me, my favorite set. I don't really have a favorite set at the moment. You know what I mean? Like I
said I hate Modern Horizons 3. Piece of shit set.
I just like to have fun, man. So I build things that like everybody hates. I'm the menace at the table, man. I'm not here to win. I'm not here to lose.
Let's clarify.
I'm here to stop everybody from doing whatever
he is a menace in the janky fun sort of way.
I enjoy it.
I was more of a menace in the I'm going to win and not let anybody do anything kind of way.
And me, I don't care.
And
the way I see it,
it pissed off a lot of people. Nathaniel, looking at you.
And some of the people that actually play with us, it's like, hey man, you're mad at his deck. How about you just get better?
Yeah.
I mean, how about you learn to play better?
And then I'm still trying to dabble in CEDH. I like being a little more competitive. A competitive Elden Dragon. If you don't know, EDH or the Commander format is Elder Dragon Highlander, and CEDH is just the competitive version of that. And we have a buddy of ours who likes to play a lot of CEDH decks,
and we just like to
in our casual format. And so we tend to target him hardcore.
Hard.
The
minute I'm gonna play this. No, you're not.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah, not try to fight a way to win. And the shitty part is 9 times out of 10 he still
wins. I don't understand
how many. There'll be 4 people ganging up on him, and he still
fucking wins. And it's
sometimes, but he's a good sport about it. He knows as soon as he gets, hey dude, I'm jumping you flat out, off the rip.
And all of his decks have the same combos in them.
And I'm real petty. You know what I mean? So like we're talking about salt. Like being real salty, and I play real jank decks, right? So the first time I ever played with him, his girlfriend at the time hit me for 1 damage. I was like, man, why you gotta hit me? Ever since then, that was it. I targeted
on
her.
sight.
Everything. Every time she played, you're not doing nothing. I'm targeting you. I'm attacking you. Why? Because she hit me for 1, and I was salty about it.
On sight.
I was salty.
Another good outlet for us, or at least for me anyways, I play a lot of video games. I do stream Twitch.tv/SOADTWO. So too, please come watch.
Not soap. Sewed. System of the Down.
System
Sewed.
of a Down.
System of a Down. That's how old he is, guys.
TWO.
That's how old he is.
Come watch. I play a lot of different video games, but right now I'm playing a lot of Fortnite. I'm playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. I'm playing a lot of... Now, Marvel Rivals does not de-stress me. It stresses me even more. So I only play that certain nights.
I feel like him and the
and play
Overwatch
competitive.
players are real stressed right now.
Yeah. I play Skyrim to wind down. I love Skyrim. I played every rendition of Skyrim
Nerd.
that's come out. I'm replaying it again now on the PS5. I play a lot of shooters. Halo 2 was one of my favorites that I played.
Trash, dude. Halo 3, hands down.
Halo 3 was
The
good.
bestest Halo
Halo
ever.
3 was good. I will give you that. But Halo 2
3.
started... you gotta remember, because
Halo 1 on the Xbox. The original Xbox.
when the Xbox first came out,
original Xbox.
we were super excited. Because I would hang out with some buddies of mine from high
What was
school,
4?
right?
Halo 4 was forged.
We would get
Do
together
that.
with the GameCube,
I have a GameCube.
and we would
3.
play Smash Bros, Mario Kart, and Naruto Clash of Ninjas 2.
Naruto is whack. And if you like Naruto and you're offended, I'm sorry.
And so we played those games all up until the Xbox came out, and then Halo 1 came out, and we split screened that hoe for like ever until Halo 2 came out. Once Halo 2 came out, we were like, okay, we're gonna be at home, play online, internet, boom, and we would just get on a team together and wreck fools. It was great. We played Halo all the way up until I think Halo 5 came out, and we stopped playing.
Halo 1 Combat Evolved. Halo 2. Halo 3 was just Halo 3. I thought it was forged. Halo 3 ODST. Not their best, but hey, I fucked with it.
Yeah, it was alright.
Halo Wars.
Halo Wars was okay.
Halo Reach. I fucked with Halo Reach. I got like Halo Reach.
Halo
That's
Reach
pretty
was
dope.
alright.
Halo 4 came out. Then they started doing all the weird stuff that wasn't as cool.
Now I remember Banjo Kazooie.
Don't ask me names. I'm not good with names.
I think that's what it's called. Banjo Kazooie was one of the old games on the 64.
The
That-
Nintendo 64.
The
Again,
Nintendo
showing his age, guys.
64 that I had actually finished.
That was the first game
It
you
was like
finished?
very first game that
You
I because
finished
I played a
Tetris,
bunch
dog.
of
What's up?
games, but I just never finished them. Like I would play them and play them and play them, and then I would just never finish
I
them.
feel that. I'm still like that to this day.
Yeah, and then like Skyrim, I've never finished Skyrim. I've played it so many different times. I finished the main story so many different times that I've never sat there and unlocked the entire map, finished all of the side quests, leveled up, max level everything. So this is the first time I'm actually going to do that. I'm sitting there doing all the side missions. Before I even finish the main mission, I'm doing all the side missions.
And the first game I completed, dog, I can't even tell you, man. I want to say it was like Super Mario World. I think on the Game Boy Advance. I think that was actually the only game I ever finished because to me, that was the best game that ever came out on the Game Boy. I loved Super Mario World.
No, bro. I lied. You know what? The first game that I finished, now that you mentioned Game Boy,
Mario beat Zelda. I'm sorry.
Pokemon
Which one?
Red.
Now I did
The original Red.
I did have them. I did play them. Now I'd never completed any of them. I ain't gonna lie, because I was
I did.
a
I
kid.
finished
I was
that
trying to go play in the dirt. I was trying to go play in the mud. I'm saying I was trying to go outside.
He was eating
And
the
really
mud
because I
pies.
was thrown outside. There was no, hey man, you get to go outside or you get to stay inside. We didn't have tablets and all that cool stuff like kids do now. You tablet babies. We got thrown outside in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Drink from the water hose. You had to let it roll for 15 minutes because if not, it was hot and it burned. you.
Yeah. Hell yeah, I
Tastes
remember
of
that.
hot plastic. You know, that's just.
I
To
remember,
this day,
yeah.
I still do that. I'm grown.
We get
I
on our bikes.
hit the water hose. Yeah, it's the best water ever.
Yeah, we used to get on our bikes. I lived on base all the time, so we'd get on our bikes and we'd ride around the base.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I remember one time we were going to this swing set that was on base, right?
Swing set.
I want to say I was maybe 7 or 8, and we're riding our bikes, and we get to the swing set. It's me and a bunch of kids from the base, and I saw one guy. He did a backflip off the swing. I was like, "Oh my god, I want to do that!" My
Broke his neck.
first time, I broke my arm.
I've never
I
broken any
went
bones.
up, and I let go too soon, and I went straight down. And when I came down, I put my hand behind my back, and I broke both bones that are in my arm.
It's very hard to do, by the
I remember going home, right, and my dad was home, but mom was not. My mom was at work. And so my dad, being the medic, right, he was an army medic. I take my arm and I'm going, "Oh my god, Dad, I think it's broken." He said, "No, you're fine." He put a
Ace
newspaper.
bandage.
He put a newspaper
Uh-huh.
and then taped it,
Wow.
right? My mom gets home, cuts the newspaper off, and she is pissed because my bone is damn near sticking out of my arm. The skin was fucking pushed out.
Throw some dirt on it, son. You be all right.
And my mom was like, we're going to the hospital now. They had to stick a big old needle in my arm to reset my bones.
What'd you learn?
Not to listen to my dad.
Not to do backflips. That's what I would learn. Fuck that.
No, as soon as I was healed, I was doing backflips again.
That's crazy.
But I learned to do it right.
On the real, you know, I'm 5'5", 380 pounds, give or take, 60, 50, depending on, you know, how I'm feeling that day. I could do a backflip. Now, not real cool, like on the ground. You know, on a trampoline in a pool, I got you. Remember the first time I told my wife I could do a backflip, she was like, nah, do it. And I did it. She was tripping out because I'm a big guy. That's a lot of weight to throw around. Just throwing that out there. I feel like that's
lot of weight.
I feel like that's cool. Random fun fact about me, guys.
It's a lot of ass.
It's a lot of ass. 55 and a half inches to be exact. Don't ask me how I know. But first video game, dog, that's like outside of Game Boy, I couldn't even tell you, man. Tony Hawk Underground 2,
Oh, that was a good one.
maybe on the GameCube. King Arthur on the GameCube, I think I completed.
Did you ever play Turok?
I did not.
Turok was one of the games I love playing.
My
Turok.
all-time favorite game, and you can make fun of me all you want, was on the GameCube. Still to this day, is Luigi's Mansion.
Why would I make fun of you? It's
Dude,
a great
I
game.
love Luigi's. I've completed Luigi's Mansion.
My son, when I bought him his
37
first
times, maybe?
Switch, that's the first game he wanted. Luigi's Mansion.
about.
Well, he wanted Luigi's Mansion 2, so I got him that,
So
and he still has me help him play it.
Growing up, I remember I was big into Power Rangers. I'm still big into Power Rangers.
Oh, I love
Power Rangers was my shit. And they had a Power Rangers Dino Thunder game that came out on the GameCube, and at the time I didn't have. Oh, you know what? I lied because even before Power
You
Rangers,
fucking liar.
it was Spyro.
Ooh, Spyro was good.
on the
Spyro was
GameCube.
real
I
good.
completed that game in less than a day. I think I got it for Christmas or something that night or something, my birthday or something. The next day, I played that game all day. And that I completed every main mission. I completed every side mission. I found every little fucking, what the fuck are those the little me that was following them around, the dragonflies or what the fuck. I found them all. I found all the elder dragons. Spyro knew bubbles. He knew lightning. He knew water. He knew all that shit. I did it all. Spyro was the very first game that I can legitly say that I spent time to complete.
Do you remember I'm gonna age myself. The Game Gear.
The Game Gear. When I remember the Game Cast.
So the Game Gear.
I remember
what it
Atari's
was,
too, but I never had one.
It was Sega, right? You know how Sega.
Sega.
It had a handheld.
Okay.
It was like the.
Oh, it was the big black
The
one.
big
It was
black
about- it was
one.
about-
Yeah, your favorite.
I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
them. I've seen them. I didn't have one.
I had
seen
one.
them. I knew somebody who had like 6 of them.
And I had
Yeah, I
Lion
remember
King.
Lion King.
Lion King was one
My
of the
favorite
hardest
Disney
fucking
movies.
games. Oh, I love this. My favorite movie.
Love it.
My favorite Disney movie, I should say. And then I had Power Rangers. It was a fighting game.
I love Power Rangers.
Oh man, she was badass. Streets of Rage. I had
Still
for
to
the
this
Sega.
day, I'm growing and I love Power
The
Rangers.
Sega Genesis. You remember the Sega Genesis?
I do remember Sega.
I had Streets of Rage.
I remember,
had
like
Sonic.
I said, I didn't have one when they first came out because you know I'm 29 compared to this 59-year-old.
Hey man, fuck you.
I got them later on, you
I'm
know,
39.
when they
Thank
were you know released for a while and people really didn't play them as much because like I said, I believe my first game system I believe was a PlayStation 1. It really wasn't even mine. It was my older brother's.
Mine was a PlayStation.
You know what I mean? My first game system, I think, was a GameCube. I think my dad got it for me when I was like 10, 11. I want to say 10 to 14, somewhere around that age. One of my birthdays, and that was my own first legit game system, opposed to like the Game Boys and all that.
I had, and I regret to this day getting rid of it. Final Fantasy VII. When it first came out.
I'm not a
Well,
big
I'm
Final
saying,
Fantasy guy.
what I'm saying is because it's worth so much money right now.
Super Smash Bros. On Super Smash Bros. Melee on the not Game Boy, on the GameCube is worth a lot of money.
Oh yeah, it is.
And I had that. I had Blitz, the football
Ooh,
Blitz. I
NFL
had
Blitz. I
NHL
remember.
Hits, the hockey. And you know what's crazy? We talk about all this, right? I still have those game systems. I think I have 3 GameCubes. I have a PlayStation 2. I have a PS3, a PS4. We don't have a PS5. I got a Xbox S. I have an Xbox 360, which I still play. I love my 360. We have a Wii. And we have a bunch of other stuff, and they're kind of just all really just put up. Like, we don't really play them anymore.
Yeah, we got a PS3 floating around somewhere. We have
I
our
still got-
64 floating around somewhere.
I still got my old like Power Ranger VHS from when I grew up, and I went to Goodwill on purpose just to find a damn VHS player so I could watch Power Rangers, and I sure did. I shit you not. My wife made fun of me for like 3 days because as soon as I set it up, I rewounded Power Rangers a lot, and then not only that, I did Dragon Ball Z because I had it on VHS. I did all my original Disney movies that I had on VHS.
That's a
It was incredible.
Because I got you the VHS player.
I don't remember who got it. Production manager's interrupting my story. But, yeah, you know, I had it set up. I had it all badass and everything. And you know, I thought that was real cool.
I had a VHS.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
you
had
the
one.
original one, though, when it first came out.
Yeah,
Old man.
we had what we had also was a video cassette rewinder.
So you weren't doing it by hand? Bro, I had to do it by hand for like the first 10
because
years.
the TV that had the VHS player didn't have a rewind button.
It only had to play and a stop.
It only had a play and a stop.
That's cool.
And then so you had to put it in another whole machine to rewind the VHS to turn it back in, because we used to rent them, to turn it back in, because
From
if you didn't
Blockbuster.
if you didn't turn it in when it rewounded, they'd charge you. It's crazy.
Wow, they charge you for not rewinding
Yeah.
the movie?
Be kind to rewind. I
that's-
don't know if they charge you. I just
25 cents.
Kind of talking out of my ass.
25 cents back in the day was a lot for him.
cents. I remember when gas was fucking under $1.
I don't remember that. No, I think I remember that.
I didn't put gas because I wasn't driving at the
I
time,
think
but
I
my
remember it
parents.
being like $1.25, $1.15.
My parents were driving, and I can remember it being under $1.
I remember it being under $1. I remember it being $1. I think I remember when it went up to $1.50 and everybody was freaking out. And now here we are paying damn near $4, $3. Like that. Can
I
have
remember one time it
$1.50
went up to
gas?
$5.
I remember that too.
It was crazy. I had a 1990 Camaro.
You had a 1990?
I had a 1990 Camaro. It was blue. It was an RS Plus.
Old.
Yeah, it was a T-top.
That's gangster.
Yeah, it was badass. I loved it. And I had bought a new stereo system for it. And the night after I put it in, they stole it.
That's crazy.
They broke into my
Was
car.
that your first car?
That was in fact my first car.
Dang,
My dad gave it to me.
My first vehicle I had a 2004 F-150 extended cab, and it was like a blue, like a navy blue. I love that truck. And my baby, I called her Blue Betsy.
Mine was like a royal blue. My dad had it originally. He bought it, and then he was driving it. But then when he got his Suburban, well, let me rephrase. When he got my mom her Suburban, he gave me at my 18th birthday the Camaro,
I still want a Suburban.
and I drove that till I was 25,
It's pretty crazy.
and I fucked it up.
That's pretty crazy.
But I mean,
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna kind of jump backwards a little bit. We're talking about video games and like games that we actually completed. One of the very first games that I completed later on, you know, years later. I want to say maybe like when it first came out was Arkham Asylum. When Arkham
Ooh, that
Asylum
was a good
came
one.
out on Xbox 360,
I remember that one.
I played that game religiously.
I never finished the Riddler's.
I did it
Thing.
all, man. I did it all. I did everything. And then Arkham City came out, Arkham Knights, and I didn't jump into those. I was going to, I just never did. Arkham Asylum was one of my favorites. And
Resident Evil was one that I got
jumped
into.
in. Resident Evil 2,
Resident Evil I
when
got
it came
into
out
big
on the
time.
GameCube, I played. I played that pretty hard.
I'm actually super excited for Resident Evil 9 that's coming out. I'm
I'm
going to replay.
Started, man. Holy cow!
Well, I'm gonna play 7.
I would have to
on stream.
restart.
So tune in. I'm gonna play 8 on stream, and then I'm gonna play 9 when it comes out
So
on stream.
tune in.
So please tune in.
So
again.
too.
Twitch.tv/SOAD2 SOADTWO.
Man, I don't stream. I'm not that cool. You know, I suck. And again, I'm just here for comical relief. And when it comes to video games, especially like Fortnite, I have days where I'm good. I have days where I'm bad. You know what I'm saying? And
I
I'm
was
just
actually-
there to run away and bring everybody to us to kill us.
Yeah, I had gotten out of
cool.
Fortnite for a little bit for the last like maybe 7-8 months, maybe 9, almost a year.
It's not the same.
But then
It's not. The
Power Rangers came out, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy this.
only because
And then
it's
I'm
the
gonna
Power
start playing
Rangers,
again.
And as
And
a matter
actually-
of fact, I need to do that.
This set is actually, this new season is not too bad.
It's all right.
You're hunting bugs. I said that they should have made them look like the Starship Troopers bugs.
Only because Tommy Oliver,
Because I love Starship Troopers.
a.k.a. Jason David Frank, R.I.P. my man. That's all I care about. I ain't gonna lie. The Power Rangers are cool. Yes, I did buy all the skins in a group bundle. I did buy the Battle Pass only because I want the original Green Ranger and the original White Ranger terribly.
Yes.
I want them.
I didn't buy the Battle Pass yet. I will get it soon. I did just buy all the costumes though. So, but on that note, I would like to say that I want to thank everybody who's come and stopped by to watch our video. I want to thank Dubby once again for partnering with us for these videos, giving us this nice, tasty
I already mowed
push
one
and
down.
punch. Please go check out their website. They have plenty of good flavors. They have a lot of selection. Go check them out. They got tumblers, they got shirts, they got hats, they got all kinds of good stuff, good flavors.
And in the event that you don't know what you want, they have an option of chef's choice. Where you just kind of like, you want some mystery in your life. Hey, man, give me some money and I'll pick a flavor for you. But on that same note, EFTP69 at checkout.
That's
Get
our
that-
code. You get a
get
little
that 10%
discount.
off.
Little discount.
I believe it's 10%.
I think it's 10.
I think
But
it's
I want to thank everybody again for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share these videos to your friends. This is our very first
First episode.
episode,
Very first.
and I'm happy to do more. I do want, if you can, comment any stories that you'd like for us to talk about.
Or ask us any questions
Ask
that
us
you would
any
like
questions.
us to answer.
Yeah, we want more interaction. We would love interaction with the community. If you all can, please give us some experiences that you've been through that you'd like us to talk about. Maybe we've had something similar that we can also talk about.
Just throwing it out there, there are some things that we can't talk about.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
currently we both still work for the state, so we can't really talk about certain things. We can be vague and we can give as close of an answer as we can. That's why we didn't say our last names. That's why we didn't say where we work. Whether it be the unit or the state.
but we do appreciate
Gotta be
y'all
careful.
listening. The 1, 2, 3 people that listen to this.
Or more, if we're lucky.
Hey, maybe more. If you have any suggestions for us or anything that you'd like us to talk about, please put it in the comments.
And please, if you have anything just to help us, we're kind of rambling. Not really rambling. We're jumping from topic to topic, going back and forth, back and forth.
We're new.
We're still learning. It's the first episode.
And
Give
so,
us a break, you know what I'm saying?
I have been Louie,
And I am still John.
and we are Echoes from the Pod. And y'all have a good night.